So I just wanted to share some of this little walk with you that I'm on in my local little town, Hoddesdon, which is just on the outskirts of North London. Now Hoddesdon's actually quite a townified sort of place, but like most places within towns, unless you're right in the city centres, there are often places and parks where we can go to kind of get that serenity that our minds so desperately need away from the urban life that is, you know, city life and town life. But this here is so beautiful. And this is literally, I mean, that goes back a long way. You can't really see it in the video. And if you don't know me, this might be a boring video, but my subscribers who have known me a long time, they might find it interesting. But you know, this is just on my town's doorstep, and I can come out and get away from that constant noise, because something that I'm always preaching in my videos is the importance of getting out in this nature. But sometimes, as with a lot of things with spirituality and our kind of life, if you like, or even just our minds, we overlook it, or we logically understand stuff, but I don't think we actually know it until we actually know it, like feel it. But when we spend our lives in offices or on building sites or, you know, just in city life, town life, even if you're in quiet countrysides, if you spend your time on like where the little parade of shops are, hearing cars go past, trains go past, planes flying overhead, all of those kind of noises, we have become to think that they're kind of normal. But we've only been the way that we've been recently in terms of our evolution. You know, for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, hundreds of thousands maybe, we evolved out here where there was none of those noises. It's only very recently that we now have those noises in our minds. And what that stuff does, it clutters our mind. Now I'm going to try and explain this. Whether I do a good job or not is yet to be discovered. But if we're sitting somewhere, if we're sitting somewhere within a town and we've got a lot of things going on in our mind, say with our relationship or in our job, or we're trying to make good decisions about something, sometimes what prevents us from making a good decision is because we can't hear ourselves think. You know, we all know that saying, but we can't hear our true selves, what we're saying. Now bear with me because I'm trying to get there. When we're sitting somewhere like in a cafe, or we're walking through a town and we're trying to think of what it is that we'd like to do. We're trying to make that important decision, which probably isn't important, but we think it is. If we hear someone bib a car horn, our mind registers that. So it will register that, car horn. And then if someone shouts, someone's shouting. And then, I don't know, a train goes by, oh, there's a train. The mind is constantly zup, 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 zup. It's everywhere else. Now, when we're in this town environment, that consumes a huge majority of our mind, if you like. I don't really like the word mind, but that's what it does. It consumes a large part of that. This is why I say in all my videos, get out to nature. Listen, guys. Sorry, I know that was probably a really awkward moment for you, but where's my distraction here? You know, where's the distraction here? There isn't one. This is where we're from. This is home. This is home. Now, I'm not saying we have to be in it all day, every day, and for some of us, I'm well aware it's quite hard to get to these environments, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible to find a tree within a town park and just maybe sit there and lean against the tree and try and hear the silence amongst the noise that's going on, especially in dark night of the soul, when we have what we feel like is the weight of the world on our shoulders. You know, we're separating from our old self. Our old self is our old identity. That's what we thought everything was. And we've realised that it isn't, and we're saying goodbye to that. We are actually going through a grieving process for that person that we've lost. I still do it now. You know, we're going through a grieving process, and we have to give ourselves the space to allow that grieving to come out, and that inner work, that, what am I trying to say here? That losing that old identity, that it's okay to let that go, that it served you well, and now it's time to come into this, come home. And if that sounds woo-woo, it's going to have to. But come home to this. Don't let there be the distractions. You'll find who you are here. You will find who you are here, because those millions of little tiny distractions, every little thing, kids screaming, nothing wrong with kids, but kids screaming, dogs barking, music playing, cars going past, trains, aeroplanes, all these things that we just don't realise that are there until we come somewhere like this. Some of you might find you'll come somewhere like this and the silence will actually reduce you to tears. Not a full-on cry, tears of overwhelm, of, oh, this is what I've missed. That's because you feel like you've come home. You could take any individual person on the planet, in any environment, any situation, sit them on the side of a mountain and make them stay there until the sun goes down or comes up. You watch them go, oh, that's beautiful. That's why we all share pictures of sunrises. You know, there's no great wisdom or anything that I'm saying in any of this stuff. It's just literally trying to encourage people to get out. And here, like the footsteps. You know, that with me as I'm walking around, I hear the echo of our ancestors of thousands of years, how they evolved for us, how strong they were, how awesome they were. They didn't go and, when they had problems, when the children of parents who had seen those parents ripped to shreds by tigers, they didn't run away from that. They had to be here, you know, and still be alert, still be present, because there's dangers all around. And that's how we still kept evolving. So we all have that inner power to heal ourselves, is what I'm trying to say. Now, I'm not saying if you saw your parents nowadays ripped up by tigers, you go to the woods. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is that power of healing, that power of emotional, reading our emotions and healing it and understanding it, has been there for millions of years or thousands of years. And now when something goes wrong with us, we don't take the time to register it. We almost take it as an insult if something goes wrong for us, rather than it just a part of life. It's just wonderful, guys. You know, I know sometimes I can get a bit corny and cheesy. We all know I like a bit of woo-woo, but I think woo-woo's important for us. This is where life is at. This is where you'll discover yourself. This is where you'll discover your life, your unfolding. This is where you'll get your answers. You won't always find the answers talking about it with people and discussing it and going over and over and over it, and you've got all these noises in the background going on. You're trying to make a rational decision within an irrational way of life. All the coffee shops and buildings and this, that's not natural. Now, I'm not saying it's like not normal as such. I mean, technically it's not normal over our evolution. Where we are from, we're from here. You know, we're born out of this. I'm not visiting this place. I am it. I'm part of this. Same as that tree. And I don't want to go too woo-woo, but you know, I'm now home here. And so we try and make these rational decisions in an irrational environment that just occupies our mind with stuff. Anyway, I don't know if this is a good video or not. You know, we all know that I never know if they're good videos or not, and then you tell me they are, and that's why I do the next video, and then I wonder if that's a good video. Maybe I should just stop wondering if they're good videos, guys, and put my trust in you a little bit. Maybe I need to spend more time in nature to let that one sink in my head. Anyway, guys, listen, I'm going to go. I've got some news to tell you about me coming out the caravan. I think I said that in my last video, but I will share that on my next video. And yeah, that's it, guys. Get out in nature, drink H2O, change your diet, make the tiny little changes. It will really help you move forward in Dark Night of the Soul. Our mind wants to look for the big attachment to something called the miraculous pill, or me to say one sentence that makes you go, oh yeah, that's it. And it's not going to come. It's not going to happen. The little changes will slowly unravel the identification of the true you. Those little changes are so important. Anyway, guys, hello to all the new subscribers that have come along, and of course, thank you so much to all my old subbies who always show me so much love and loyalty, and I hope you continue to do so. Anyway, guys, whatever you're doing, wherever you are, stay true, stay healthy, stay happy, and I love you all to pieces. Take care, guys. Peace.